If you struggle with staying on track because you get hungry and you don't have things prepped and then you're like, let's just go get something to eat, this is going to save you. I'm telling you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, most of you know that I've lost over 100 pounds. So today I wanted to show you how I meal prep. So I'm gonna meal prep for my week, and I figured I would just share it with you because this really helps me throughout the week, makes my life so much easier. It helps keep me on track, and I have nutritious meals that I could literally just grab, reach right into my fridge or freezer, and then dinner is served within 20 minutes. So I feel like a lot of us during the week, we feel like it's hard to make healthy meals. So we go out, get some takeout, get some fast food, when in reality, it is so much easier and it can actually save you a lot more money than you think. So trust me, I am one that sometimes after a long day, I get super tired and I'll go grab something. Next thing you know, I've spent $70 on a meal that I could have cooked at home for like 15 bucks. So this is great whether you live at home alone and you're meal prepping, or if you have a family and you're just trying to make meals quick that are easy and delicious, okay? So I'm gonna start off with the salmon. Salmon, whenever I'm meal prepping and I have some type of fish, that in my head is what I'm gonna cook either that day or the very next day, because I feel like seafood is just a little bit more sensitive when it comes to timing, okay? So unless you're gonna toss this into the freezer, your fish should always be like what you're cooking the very next day. So for this recipe here, I'm making a teriyaki salmon. You can cook this in the oven, you can cook it stovetop, or you could even toss it in the air fryer. The best thing of it all is when you're prepping it, you're making all of them together. So the only time that you're spending cooking technically or prepping for the whole week is on Sunday or whenever you decide that you are prepping for your meals, okay? So first things first, toss in your salmon. So I'm just gonna toss that right into our bag. I'm doing a bag so that you can see everything that I'm, basically everything that I'm putting into it, but you can use glass containers, you can use whatever, basically whatever you have on hand. Then we have asparagus, okay? Now asparagus, you just wanna make sure you cut off about 2 to 3 inches from the ends, because that part, we do not need that. And then we have some green beans. Okay, so we want those greens. Now for this, I really love adding veggies because I feel like it just, not only does it add fiber, but it also adds bulk to the meal. And it just turns out perfect, because imagine pairing this, you can pair it with a little salad, you can pair it with a little rice, you can pair it with a little cauli rice. It all works out. Okay, and now we're gonna do garlic. So this is fresh garlic, okay? Now, can you use powdered garlic? Absolutely. Will it taste the same? Not quite. Will it still be delicious? Yes. Now for the sauce, I'm using a paleo. So this is a paleo keto teriyaki sauce. This one, just grabbed it on Thrive. Super simple. Low carbs. This only has 5 carbs and only 4 grams of sugar. So typically teriyaki sauce is loaded with sugar, okay? So we're gonna add that straight onto our salmon and onto our veggies. Just add it right in there. This is going to marinate your salmon. So you could, if you're not into salmon, you could definitely do a teriyaki chicken, okay? I'm gonna add in a little bit of ginger. So of course, if you have fresh ginger, fresh ginger is amazing. I feel like it also has a lot of healing properties, and it just gives it that little bite that you're looking for. But powdered ginger is just as good. So if that's all you have, then use it. A little salt and pepper. Now this teriyaki sauce, because it is low sugar, it is not super duper sweet. So I like to add a little bit of sweetness. So I'm adding just a little bit of honey, and this is a sugar-free honey. So you can add in like a little sweetener, you can add in a little bit of whichever sweetener you typically use, you can add for this. I just kind of zip it up and make sure that everything gets coated in that sauce, okay? But this is a great way to make teriyaki chicken, teriyaki beef, teriyaki salmon. So I'm gonna show you right now how I make my Greek, it's like a Greek lemon chicken. It's absolutely delicious. You're gonna love it. Any one of these are kind of on repeat. So any one of these that you try, you're gonna absolutely love. The next one, I just love it on a salad. So let me go ahead and put this aside and show you the chicken. So before we move on to our next freezer meal prep, I wanted to show you my order from Thrive. If you've been following me for a while, you know I love Thrive. I've been ordering for them for over 3 years. Get all my specialty ingredients. A lot of the ingredients that are kind of hard to get here and there, Thrive will always have them. They actually have something for everyone. Like whether you're keto, you're vegan, you're paleo, they're a great place to find those ingredients. Like I am gluten-free. I like to order a lot of gluten-free stuff, keto stuff, things that are just really clean, that don't have those preservatives and ingredients that we just don't, you know, I just don't want to be putting that into my body. I always find them on Thrive. Thrive is an online membership market. So you get everything online. It's super convenient. They're delivered straight to my door. You're guaranteed a savings. Right now, Thrive is offering 30% off your first order plus a free gift up to $60. So it just makes life so much easier. And a lot of times I have to go shopping to different stores to find certain ingredients, and Thrive just makes it so much easier. It really, really does. Okay, so this is my Greek lemon chicken. Okay, so this right here, think of putting it over a salad with a lot of veggies like cucumber and tomato and like feta. Like this chicken right here is it, I'm telling you. So this is just chicken breast, just diced it. You know, you're just gonna dice it to your liking. I don't like them too big or too small. Okay, so we have our pollito right in the bag. Then we have our garlic, again, some fresh garlic. Okay, when you're making Greek food, usually you're gonna add in those fresh herbs. We are gonna do a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, we are going to use some oregano. Okay, so make sure you get a good amount in there. Greek food has a lot of oregano. This is just optional. I just feel like when you add the zest, it adds so much more lemon flavor versus just like the acidic flavor of the lemon juice. So just gonna do a little. We have our zest, and now I'm just gonna squeeze in about half a lemon because this one's really juicy. So we're gonna add in a little Dijon mustard. So the Dijon mustard, and then I'm just gonna finish it off with a little avocado oil. And for this one, you do want to go in there and you want to make sure you get a good amount. So this here is our Greek lemony chicken. Once we're done, I always write what it is and then the date in case I'm freezing it. I will know what it is because once things get into the freezer, it's always so hard to tell what it is. So the only thing I will say is if you're doing it with fish, make sure that the fish, you are cooking it the next day, just to be safe, you know? And the last one is our beef stir fry. Okay, now beef is one of my favorite proteins. I just love it because it keeps me really nice and full. The seasoning will be all up to you. I'm just showing you how easy it is to make a beef stir fry meal prep. So start off with our steak. Okay, now at this point you can just use your favorite steak of choice. We're gonna add in some avocado oil so that everything will just stick, like in terms of seasoning, okay? So avocado oil. I'm using a little Cajun. This is like a little smoky Cajun. It's a spice blend. I love using blends because they have all that flavor. Like this one has a little bit of, it has onion, garlic, paprika, it has mustard, it has smoke flavor. So it has like a little bit of everything already in it. I'm just gonna go ahead and probably do about a tablespoon. For me, stir fry, I feel like you always have to have onion. I personally love red onion. So onion is a must in my personal humble opinion. Bell peppers. The red bell peppers, I think it looks pretty. And I don't know if you knew this, but the red bell pepper actually has the most vitamins out of all the peppers. So, and then we have some jalapenos, but as you can see here, I took out the seeds and most of the veins. Most people think that the heat is in the seeds, but actually, the heat from jalapenos is in the veins. So if you like the taste of jalapenos, but you don't like the heat so much, make sure you remove the vein, okay? And then we have some asparagus. Look at that. Okay, good amount of asparagus. I feel like with stir fries, it's always great to just have veggies and onions and peppers. It just makes it all that better. And then, because this is a smoky Cajun, I'm gonna add a little bit of sweetness just to kind of balance it all out. And again, this is just a sugar-free honey. And that's it. Make sure you kind of toss it all. But I absolutely love it. Like, look at this. This is so, I mean, it just screams out nutritious, high protein, you're on track. Like, I feel like when I see these in my fridge, one, it makes me want to cook because I already know it's effortless. I'm just going to grab it and cook it. But two, it makes me feel good about what I'm putting into my body. So if you struggle with staying on track because you get hungry and you don't have things prepped and then you're like, let's just go get something to eat, this is going to save you. I'm telling you. And if you're trying to stay on track or you're trying to eat low carb, but your family's not, then you can make a pot of rice for them and make some cauli rice for you, or make like a salad for you, and then just have a small amount of whatever it is that the family is having. I feel like at the end of the day, those are things that you can do to not only help you stay on track, but also make it sustainable. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they're trying to lose weight, they do it in a way that is so restrictive and in a way that is just not sustainable. And then they end up falling off the wagon. Imagine having these in your fridge. They're right there waiting for you for, let's say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Always beef, I leave it for later in the week because I know that beef, I know that it could last a little longer in the fridge. So I use fish first, then chicken, then beef. And it's great, even if you do these 3, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Wednesday, you can prep for, prep another 2-3 days. All right, so there you have it, a little fish, chicken, and beef meal prep. This honestly just makes life so much easier. I cannot wait to hear what you think. If you make these, please come back and let me know. This is just a great hack, makes life easier and helps keep you on track. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so that you're reminded every time I post a video just like this. And if you have friends and family that are trying to lose weight, that are trying to eat healthier, share this video, share my channel with them. You never know, it might be really, really helpful. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.